Hello and welcome to this Maritime New Zealand introductory video on how to set up and use your DBD Skimmer System. Health and safety. Be sure to wear all the correct PPE as demonstrated by this guy here. Your DBD system is made up of three main components: the power pack, the DESMI spade pump, and the DBD skimmer head. Also included is 4 hydraulic hoses, 2 hose floats, a rigid suction hose, a lay flat discharge hose, and 2 brush attachments for the skimmer head. Before we begin, it's vital to make sure we do our pre-start checks. Lift up the silver handle and make sure we have a full tank of diesel. Snap it back into place once you're done. The oil dipstick is located just behind the battery. Unscrew the red lid, check the fill level, and then screw it back once you're done. The battery connections are secured with thumb screws. Just peel back the rubber protector and screw it into place. But be sure to put it back once you're done. The hydraulic oil level is indicated here. This looks great, but if it needs a top up, just fill it up here. Now that our checks are complete, we can start to hook it all up. Here is a really simple diagram just to illustrate how it all links together, with the hoses provided. To make this as easy as possible, let's just lay everything out. Let's hook up the suction hose first. Connect the cam lock fitting to the DBD skimmer head, and then attach the other end to the lower connection on the pump. This is the suction end. Don't forget to tie on your hose floats. These will be about 1 meter away from the skimmer head, just like in the diagram. Now let's attach the discharge hose to the top of the pump. The other end will be taken away to your temporary storage device. Now let's quickly talk hydraulic connections. These are vital to making sure that your piece of equipment runs properly. Pull back on the outer sleeve and push in your hydraulic fitting, making sure that it snaps in place properly. These ones also have a black safety lock here. Twist it into place and then snap together your rubber caps for safety. First, we will connect the returns to the power pack. These are clearly labelled on the power pack to make sure you plug it into the right one. Once the returns are connected, we can now hook up our hydraulic devices. Connect them up as per the diagram and make sure they snap into place properly. Looking great there, Chief. Lastly, we'll hook it all up to the power pack. This looks great. Don't worry about the middle connection. That's just for use with other devices. We'll cover that next time. Now that we're ready to go, we can put our DBD skimmer in the water. For this training video, we'll just pop it in the pool. Now we're ready to start up the power pack, but please wear earmuffs first. Bring the throttle to about 12 o'clock and make sure the hydraulic levers are in neutral. You'll feel the click in the middle. When you're ready, the ignition key is just to the right of the battery. Crikey, I hope you're wearing earmuffs. The 2 controls are actually really simple. The one on the left only goes in one direction and it's for the pump. The right control is for the skimmer head. If it's safe, you can now pull forward on the skimmer control and watch it spin in the water. The speed depends on what kind of oil you're picking up, and if you get a blockage, pop it in reverse. Vary the controls depending on your situation, but always make sure to not collect too much water. If you're flicking oil in the air, then you're definitely going too fast. The pump lever is the one on the left. Just move it forward and watch it start pumping liquid. To turn off the power pack, just move the throttle back to the 0 position and turn off the key. Your DBD system also comes with a pair of brush attachments. These are ideal for thicker oils. Let's take out the scraper by removing the pins. Lift up the small black locator pin and then pull out the T-bar. Perfect. The brush attachment can now be lowered into position. It is secured in the same way as the disc attachment was. Just line up all the components and snap them into position. Lastly, we need to lower the brush comb. Use a couple of spanners to loosen off the bolts and then slide it into position. This needs to be touching the brushes enough to clean them, but not actually making contact with the drum. When it's in the right place, tighten up those bolts. Now it's time to pack up your DBD system. Unhooking the hydraulics is simple. Just pull back on the sleeve and it pops out. Sometimes there can be a little bit of stored up pressure, so just wiggle the levers to relieve this. Make sure you have a rag on hand because it does leak a little bit of oil. Pop on all those protection caps for safety. And then coil them up for stowage. Unhook all the other hoses and return everything to the way it was when we started. Great work, team. With this type of equipment, your safety is priority. So remember to do all your pre-start checks, connect all your hoses and lock them in place properly, and always wear the correct PPE. Thank you for watching this Maritime New Zealand introductory video on your DBD skimmer. See you next time.